Oh, I don't care. I'm talking. If I'm talking, I'm talking. I don't care. I don't really even know where this one is. I don't know where this new shrinker is. I got to count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the breaking news right here. This is the breaking news. Boom. Breaking news. If you're just now joining us, that's good because I just started the broadcast. We've got some very, very, very breaking news tonight. The first headline, and I'll get to the intro in a moment here, but this is very important. It made me want to go live. I was not planning on it tonight. This from the New York Post, just in 3 minutes ago, 7:31 p.m. Eastern Time. I guess we're now at about 12 to 13 minutes ago. Sex-crazed zombie cicadas on speed. Scientists are tracking a bug-controlling supersized fungus. This sounds like the things out of Men in Black, so I'm just going to read on here while I play this intro.
Seems like you don't have a clue, so honey, I shrunk the news. You look like you got too much to do, so honey, I shrunk, honey, I shrunk, honey, I shrunk the news.
That's Honey back there. Honey, say hello. Piece of garbage, Honey. Honey sends me the stories, but sometimes he gets a little shy on camera, so that's fine. All right, so we're going to read along here because, like I mentioned, we do have some, oh gosh, breaking news. Oh, good evening. Yeah, that's right. Let's go. Good evening, strip mall. Honey, I'm home. That's right. The breaking news of the night is that sex-crazed zombie cicadas are on speed. Apparently, scientists are tracking a bug-controlling supersized fungus. All right, so I love everything about that headline. Let's go right to Lisle, Illinois, a real town. And it's not spelled like Lyle Lovett. It's spelled like here on Gilligan's Isle. But it's like I-S-L-E, but then you put an L in front of that. And pumpers do have to pump. I do love to pump. So with their bulging red eyes and their alien-like mating sound, periodical, I'm going to assume that's the way that's pronounced. Periodical might be it as well. But periodical, I think, is the way I'm going to pronounce it. Periodical cicadas can seem scary and weird. But some of them really are sex-crazed zombies on speed, hijacked by a supersized fungus. Which, again, reminds me kind of of Men in Black, where I think that normal dude is just taken over by a cockroach. And it's a brilliant performance there in Men in Black. So I can't remember exactly where the cockroach comes from, which exact planet, but it is a different planet. So I'm thinking that that's what might be happening with our cicadas, is that we are in a Vincent D'Onofrio style timeline where aliens have invaded us, and that's where the fungus originates that is creating these sex-crazed cicadas. So let's read on. Honey looks like he's surprised that the paleontologist is going to use 2 fingers as a second opinion. Yeah, Honey looks like he's seen some shit. That's the best way I can talk about Honey and Honey's expression on his face. How you doing, Honey? You okay? Are you all right? He seems fine. But he's seen some shit. Like I said, he was married once. He walked in. His wife was in the throes of passion with multiple other bears. That's all I'm going to say. It was not like his wife was cheating with one guy. His wife was cheating with a lot of bears. So Honey has seen some shit. And now he is out on his ass, living in a studio apartment down off Lower Greenville. He's doing the best he can to make ends meet. I kick him a little bit of scratch when I can, but he sends me stories. He's a good friend, isn't he? All right. So West Virginia, that's Honey done time in Rikers. Honey has not done time in Rikers. A Beargy. West Virginia University. I wonder why they don't name it Western Virginia. Oh, okay, I get it now. Sorry, because there's a part of Virginia that would technically be Western Virginia. So this has to be West Virginia University. So West Virginia University, Professor Matt Kaysen and his 9-year-old son and another graduate student are tracking this nasty fungus, apparently, called Massospora cicadina. And it is the only one on Earth that makes amphetamine. So amphetamines, those are the uppers. That's the good shit that truckers take to stay up all night. That's the real good stuff. So back when I was a kid, they would give me a pill bottle that was for Ritalin or Adderall or Dexedrine or any of those weird drugs that I'm sure people still take. But I got put on those at a real young age. And it did alarm me that on the pill bottle it said amphetamine. And I was like, wow, I am a young man, under 18, very young. I was put on this stuff when I was 8, and I stopped taking it when I was 18. And I'm like, man, this is a lot of amphetamines. I feel like I am cracked out on speed right now, but man, do I really want to do a lot of chores. Like, I just really want to sweep the house for my mom. Or I just really want to do this English paper that isn't due for weeks. I have to do it right now. And that is the beauty of amphetamines. So apparently, these cicadas, they're infected by this fungus. And it's the only one on Earth that makes amphetamine. So yes, the fungus takes over control of the cicada, makes them hypersexual speed addicts. Damn, you need some of that? It's the good shit, man. I have not dabbled in the amphetamine world on the Adderall, Dexedrine, Ritalin train since I was 18. But yeah, if you're a bad kid in private school, Catholic school era, like 3rd grade in the 90s, like put that kid on drugs. That's the first thing we need to do with this kid is put him on as many amphetamines as possible. I'm sure it caused no long-term issues at all. They're zombies, completely at the mercy of the fungus, said University of Connecticut cicada researcher John Cooley. What a sweet-ass gig. Who's going to call you on your cicada research? The dean of the university doesn't know shit about cicadas. You can be like, hey, I've spent years on this, and here's what I found, is that the zombies, they're hypersexualized sex beasts that have been taken over by fungus. Give me my money, please. And that's how being a researcher at the University of West Virginia works. Sorry, West Virginia University. Oh, that guy was Connecticut, my bad. So this particular fungus has the largest known genome of any fungus, has about 1 million or 1 billion base pairs, which sounds like a chemistry thing that I don't really understand. I failed chemistry pretty bad. There was something called moles. Cleaning your toaster. Man, you get some good Adderall. And again, I'm not encouraging anybody to abuse pills or anything like that. I think a lot of people legitimately take those things to just like keep their head on right, is what I'll say. I got put on them so early, I abused the hell out of them in my teenage years. So I haven't gone back. They've kind of scared me off them. I took way too many times. So, yeah. So apparently these periodical cicadas live underground for 17 years, and the spores generally stay down there with them. So this fungus, it's been around since 2011. The last time this fungus was around above ground, the Mavs were winning the championship. Yeah, so it's been 13 years in the South. It says the spores live underground with them. All right. So apparently, yeah, these scientists have been studying it, and yeah, this is the most infected they've ever been, apparently. And this fungus takes over a cicada's nether parts, dumping the genitalia and replacing it with a white, gummy, yet flaky plug that's pretty noticeable. And then the spores fall out like salt from a shaker. Oh, so this fungus does a number on you. Oh, my goodness. So if you get this fungus, just be prepared that your nether parts might be taken over, and then your genitalia is just going to get dumped. They're going to get rid of your genitalia altogether, and then there's going to be a white, gummy, yet flaky plug that apparently is pretty noticeable, apparently. So that sounds just terrible. Yeah, exactly, like an old sock. That's exactly what it's going to look like. And apparently, infected cicadas apparently are supposed to be hard to find. So I guess you can find normal cicadas, but finding the hypersexualized, like ones that want to bang all the time, it's apparently pretty hard. So it's like 36 out of 200 is what this guy was able to collect. So the majority of them are not sex-crazed, is what we're finding out. But if you do find one of these sex-crazed fungus-infected cicadas, it's been around. Like I said, it's been there for about 17 years. And yeah, this parasite doesn't kill its host. It just makes it super horny. So I think what we need here is for scientists to figure out how to harness this sexy amphetamine cicada and for them to feed it to me so that I can be super focused and super horny and part cicada. I think that's what we need to do here. All right, on to our next story that's breaking. You're probably eating sunscreen. That's right, that's not my headline. That's the headline here from an establishment I know and love. It's the New York Post. I can't hide it. Sometimes it's Daily Mail. Sometimes it's New York Post. Oh, new Pornhub section unlocked? Well, I do love zombie, sex, cicada, amphetamine, horror Pornhub, but I don't think I can access that site anymore. And in fact, now I'm like, now that they took away the mainstream ones, like I like the offbeat ones. I like your X and XXs. I like your Brazzers and what have yous. But I do feel like it kind of worked almost. We're like, I'm just willing to use my imagination more. I'm willing to see all the wonderful magical positions and colors and experiences that I can imagine in my head. Now I don't even have to search for that category anymore. So thank you, Pornhub. Thank you for unlocking my imagination and the full creativity of my brain so that I really understood how horny I am and just how devious my brain really, really is. I thought what you were showing me was bad. Oh, no, it's way worse in here. Yeah, buzzers is good. That's where the cicadas would be. All right, so apparently this news might put a bad taste in your mouth because titanium dioxide, a common ingredient in sunscreen, can likely be found in some of your favorite foods, including prepackaged meals like frozen pizza. God! I love frozen pizza, and I know I shouldn't. Like, I know it's unhealthy. I know it's bad. Feed me that sunscreen. If titanium dioxide is in there, if there's sunscreen, of course it's the New York Post. I love the New York Post. Again, I don't know about their political beliefs. I don't care. But they write the craziest crap, and I love it. So titanium dioxide, I'll have to go check my Red Baron or Tombstone package. By the way, if you're on the comments here, let me know. What do you like better, Red Baron or Tombstone? Or if you're a Tony's cat, throw that in there. And I'm mainly talking sub $5 pizzas in that range. If you're talking Tony's, Totino's, Red Baron, Tombstone, you're in like the $5-6 below. I'm not talking DiGiorno. I'm not talking, Screamin' Sicilian, which I love. Again, all these things are great. Oh, Jack's is a solid pizza. I have had a Jack's. Jack's is in that range, too. Jack's is a solid frozen. Totino's from Robert Weir. Nice. So apparently, yeah, this additive, a powdery metallic compound, is used to enhance the color of cosmetic products to make them brighter. And the UV resistance is useful. And sunblock, great. But food-grade titanium dioxide, which differs from the kind, Red Baron, damn right, Protege Speed, damn right, Totino's. Did Totino's switch to a square like 4 years ago? I feel like somebody told me that. And maybe they don't come in a box anymore. Does Totino's come in a bag now? Is Totino's weird now? Because, man, when my kids first were born like 12 years ago, shit, I ate the hell out of some Totino's. I used to love those combination pizzas. That ham, you can't get that cheap ham taste anywhere. Like, because you can get that real good ham taste if you go buy deli ham. But I want that cheap processed ham. And yeah, Droopy Dog, what a ad campaign. What do you want on your tombstone? It's the first time I was like, I would die for a pizza. Hell yeah. So, all right, back to eating sunscreen. Because remember, breaking news. You are probably eating sunscreen because titanium dioxide is found in your pizza, apparently. So the food grade, though, titanium dioxide is different from the kind found in paints, papers, and plastic, but it is used to increase the color and shelf life of some processed foods. So I think I'm fine with it. It can enter our cells and generate radicals to cause disruption, which can then become cancerous. Oh no, this sounds bad now. Hold on. The concern is that when titanium dioxide is ingested, it can enter our cells and generate radicals to cause disruption to the cell, which can then become cancerous. I mean, I think everything's pretty much cancerous right now. So, yeah, square and in a plastic wrapper. Yeah, and their pizza ain't square no more. Okay, their pizza ain't square no more. Yeah, it's square, all right, and in a plastic wrapper. See, it used to be in a box and it was still circle back in my day. Nick Swartz and sunscreen and bench warmers. I probably need to go back and revisit bench warmers. That was a time when I probably wasn't very forgiving of that brand of comedy. Because what year was, I mean, bench warmers was John Heater and stuff, right? And like John Lovitz. Benchwarmers, 2006. Yeah, I don't think I was particularly nice to films in 2006. Benchwarmers movie, Rotten Tomatoes. Let's just give it a look. Let me just see. I just want. Oh God. Ooh. This is low even for, I mean, my standards. I think it says 13%. Hold on, I'm waiting for it to load here. Rotten Tomatoes being slow as balls today. All right, yeah. The official tomato meter for the Benchwarmers, a film starring much maligned Rob Schneider, who made a career out of just putting his name over like what dumb thing he was going to do next. Like Rob Schneider is the animal. Rob Schneider is Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo. Rob Schneider is the hot chick. And so Adam Sandler just gave him a few opportunities to be like, sure, do whatever you want. We'll make you an is. But then he had to be part of the Benchwarmers. And so I guess the synopsis here is a baseball-loving millionaire, John Lovitz. Okay, so John Lovitz is rich. I'm sure he had to twist his arm to play that part. Helps three inept nerds, David Spade, Rob Schneider, John Heater, from a baseball team to compete with the meanest bullies in Little League. One of the trio becomes the hero of nerds everywhere. Yeah. Until his fans learn that he was once a bully too. Okay. 13% on the tomato meter, 64% on the audience score. So not even over a 70 among its audiences. I might have judged it correctly at the time. Now, I'm going to digress quickly. I was not wearing a hat this weekend. I went to Choctaw Casino and Resorts. They do not pay me anything for this sponsorship mention, but I went there this weekend. Enjoyed it. It's perfectly fine. But at one point, I was walking through the casino floor. Did not have a hat on, had my hair down. Not going to pull it out right now. It's not particularly clean. And somebody stopped me and said, "Hey, man, has anyone ever told you you look like David Spade?" And I do not look, no. No one's ever told me I look like David Spade because I really don't look like David Spade. I mean, maybe I'm a skinny white guy to a degree, and I've got a bad pot belly because I probably drink a little too much and probably eat pizza like I shouldn't. But I don't look like David Spade. So this was an older dude, and I would say probably 20 years older than me and stuff like that. And he was wearing a Mavs shirt, so he was fine. He didn't know who I was. But no, I've never been told I look like David Spade before. All right. So thank you for that tangent there about Nick Swartz and eating sunscreen and bench warmers. Did you tell them bye-bye? I should have. If I was smarter and sharper, I probably would have given him a bye-bye. I did not do that. Holla, I'm late. Where is David Spade? David Spade is not here. I'm sorry. My hair's too dirty to pull it down, and I don't think I look like David Spade. So the Wall Street Journal, again, because let me get back to my story here. We went on a tangent. Circle back. You're eating sunscreen. I don't care who you are. If you're watching this, you are already eating sunscreen. It's already in your blood right now. I can tell you that right now. It's in your blood. So the International Agency for Research on Cancer has classified this. Yeah. So basically, The stuff that's in sunscreen and in your pizza, this titanium dioxide, it's about the same level of cancer causing agent as a mobile phone. So if you, like me, just like personally, I love keeping my phone sitting on my crotch. Like I don't even put it in my pocket. I put it in my crotch. See, it's 7:04. Do I have an alert? There's my dad. I don't know what my dad said. Do you want our Rangers tickets for Friday's games against the Royals? Plus, we have the parking pass to Lot B. All right, y'all tell me. Do I want the tickets? My old man's got tickets behind home plate, maybe 20 rows up. He's very successful. I'm not. The Royals. Are the Royals any good? I know the Rangers aren't good. I want them? Business term, circle back. Sorry, Jay Hilburn. So that is the problem. We're going to talk about business terms. So one thing I've been doing a lot of, now that I'm not on the radio, is I've been working my real corporate job and actually having to give a shit about it a little bit more because I don't really have an escape plan anymore. So where I was more than willing to go double birds maybe 6 months ago and just lean in, unfortunately I have to care a little bit more. So yeah, my business vernacular is starting to seep back in as I have to take on initiatives through the rest of the year. Sure do. Yes, YOLO. Take the tickets. All right, I'll take the tickets. No, I've been flowing waterfalls. Sorry, that made me laugh. All right, I'll take the tickets. I'll hit up my old man. I'll take the tickets. I did see somebody say the Whataburger's open and it's expensive. That's a weird move to open a fast food place in a stadium establishment and then charge stadium prices. And I understand it, like they have to. You obviously can't put Whataburger street prices. Take Honey with me. Yeah, me and Honey will go to the game. Hell yeah. I will take Honey with me, Robert. But yeah, I can't remember who I saw say that. It was somebody on Twitter. And, it's probably just somebody complaining. It said, hey, I went to the Rangers game and got Whataburger and it was great, but it was pricey. And you're like, well, yeah, it's going to be very difficult to price a, $8 combo or $10 combo when a beer, I think, at the stadium is like $15 or something like that. So I didn't consider that when I heard the Whataburger announcement that, hey, Whataburger's going to go into Globe Life. I didn't consider that, they might have to charge like 3x their normal prices just to be in line with other vendors at that venue. Otherwise, they're going to essentially be undercutting people by so much. The line would be exorbitantly long, and then you would take away from other vendors. I don't know. So I haven't been out there. Maybe I'll take Honey, like you guys mentioned. I'll take Honey. We'll have a honey buttered chicken biscuit or something like that. Let's see if they got that. So yes. I think I'm going to move on from this cancer story. So actually, hold on. No, I'm not. I'm going to share the screen because we've got some new news here. I knew about the pizza. I did know about the pizza. Hold on. I'm going to share a screen here. One moment. Got to share the entire screen. The rent is very, very high, so they have to jack up the prices. Does Hurtado charge more too? Probably. I've never been to one of their standalone locations. That's in Whataburger. I guess I'm just far more familiar probably with their price structure where I'm like, all right, I know if I go in there solo, I'm spending $15 at a maximum. I mean, back in the day, it was far cheaper, but now it can't be more than $11-12 for a Whataburger for me solo. So I bet if I went through with a family of 4 and I got out of there and the bill's $98, it's fine for a stadium, but sucks for a Whataburger. So what I'm sharing here, the salsa verde sauce from Old El Paso. Titanium dioxide is listed on Old El Paso's salsa verde bottle under color. So I guess people are using this sunscreen ingredient to color up our salsa verdes. So if you're out there, beware of the salsa verde. It might be giving you cancer, or it might just be sunscreen. All right. My final story of the day, because again, I try to keep it tight. Herdez avocado sauce is the bomb. It is. I try to keep it tight. Honey likes it when I run a tight ship here. We're at 24 minutes. This is not good. I'm supposed to be in and out of here already. All right. So yesterday you might have seen me cover a little bit about the Justin Timberlake story. And I believe I shared something on the screen that I knew was fake at the time, and I had fun mentioning how fake it was at the time. That Justin Timberlake allegedly had traces of what is it? Poppers, Truvada, and Coke in his bloodstream following his DWI arrest in New York. So yesterday, I did get to look up. Oh, okay, cool. This is a funny tweet from Pooh Crave. So when we pulled it up on the screen, it was very apparent. Okay, this is from Pooh Crave. Well, apparently Truvada started trending today, and so now there are new articles that are all about this because I do love the internet oh so much. So now there are what apparently are wild claims that Justin Timberlake was on Molly, poppers, and cokes and an HIV medication when he was arrested for DWI in the Hamptons leaves social media users baffled. That's right, we're baffled. You can't believe it, can you? So apparently these are false claims. So if you were confused by my broadcasting yesterday, even though we acknowledged that Pooh Crave was likely not the same account as Pop Crave, so not to be trusted, but Pooh Crave is in fact a satirical account, so I don't want you all to be dismayed or baffled like any of these other social media users here. I want you to be aware that I don't think Truvada was in Justin Timberlake's system. I believe, as we covered yesterday, Truvada is a medication for either oncoming HIV or full-blownsies, kind of AIDSy stuff. So, and then the cocaine in the bloodstream, that's just badass. I think he should have kept that one. I would think more, honestly, of them. Yeah, so microplastics discovered in human penises for the first time. That is true. I think I did see that story like 12 times last week where it's just like there's microplastics in every dude's testes across the globe. They're like, this remote tribe has never ever met a human, and we met them and took one of their balls, and that guy's balls is filled with microplastics, and it's all from IKEA. And so that's just the world we live in now, apparently, is that I guess we were born into a world where Tupperware is in our peen. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's what's happening. I'm pretty sure. So apparently readers have now added context, as you saw there when I shared it. This is a satirical account. As far as we know, there's been no traces of Molly, no traces of poppers, no traces of Truvada in Justin Timberlake's bloodstream. And just one more time, let me look up Truvada. Truvada is a combination of medicines used to treat HIV or lower the risk of getting it. So, hey, it's a preventive measure, all right? It's like taking an aspirin to prevent heart attacks or something like that. So even if you did have Truvada in there, that's fine. If you're going to be hooking up with loose women, fine, pop a Truvada every day or take a shot of it, however it's given to you. I don't know. Have at it. That's all I got to say. All right. I don't have too much more. That's the end of my 3 stories. And again, Honey likes it when I keep it to 3. So we'll play the intro again and get out of here because why not? I've got a couple more stories about bull testicles and something about a cockpit. But I think we're going to save those for you, me, and the New York P on Friday. So tune back in on Friday.
Seems like you don't have a clue. So honey, I shrunk the news.
Honey!
You look like you got too much to do.
Sing it!
So honey, I shrunk.
Sing!
Honey, I shrunk. Honey, I shrunk the news.
He's going to get it one of these days. I just knew it. I know